So today we're going video game hunting, but not just regular video game hunting. We're going retro game hunting. We're going to yet another video game world location. Now, you guys might be wondering, we've done video game world in the past, and yeah, we're doing it again. They have another new location. They also have yet another location that I've not done yet, and then they got a whole nother store coming down the road. But I've always loved shopping at Video Game World. We've gone to two of their stores. We've done two videos on them. We've done this store technically in the past, but they moved to a different location. So there's new inventory, different stuff. Everything's different at the store. Honestly, you probably would have not been able to realize that this is actually in the same city unless I told you, obviously. So it's a new location. Well, it's in the same city, but it's a new remodeled location. So I decided to go here, film, buy so much stuff. So let's get right into the video game hunting.
Alright, so I'm giving you guys a little bit of commentary here, since obviously you can't go around filming while talking in a public store. So here we are, entering the store, giving you guys a nice look of the whole store before we venture out, looking at all the shelves. Got some strategy guides right here. Got my, racing wheel. Probably like $150. Got a lot of storage units here to put like your Super Nintendo games in. I want to buy one of those, but they're over $100. It just doesn't make sense to buy it. Keychains. I don't care much about this stuff. I know a lot of people do care about this stuff though. So there's definitely an audience for it out there. I got some anime toys, I think. And then there's this Among Us toys. I think these are bootlegs. I don't know what's up with those. Those look really cheap though. Don't know if Video Game World's like making their own toys or something. I've never seen those before. And they were $10 each, so you know. Got some pops. Get ready for a lot of pops. A lot of pops are coming up. This store might, well, I don't know. I feel like every time I go in one of these stores, I always say, yeah, this one definitely has the most pops out of every Video Game World store. I don't know, honestly. I really don't know. Got more anime statues. Not an anime guy, so I know probably a lot of people are freaking out about it right now. Or probably getting mad at me for not watching anime. Yeah, I do like Yu-Gi-Oh! Though. That's it. Got some cool collector's editions over here. Nothing that really catches my eye. Got the PlayStation 1 games. And this stupid light that was in the middle of the case. I could barely get good stuff on film because that light was in the way with the glaring and everything. So, yeah, I do apologize for that, since towards the later end of the stuff you can't really see very well. I think I see some Xenogears for the PS1. Is that what that was? I don't know. Metal Gear Solid. Dude, Marvel vs. Capcom is $230. That is crazy to me, how expensive that game has gone up. Imagine if they would re-release the Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2 on current gen. That would be crazy. Got some Xenogears right there for PlayStation 2, and I skipped the GameCube selection. I don't know why I did that. Got some Wii games over here, though. The selection on the Wii and the GameCube stuff was kind of limited. Got some 360. This is the glass case stuff, obviously. So this is the more rare stuff, or more valuable stuff, I guess is the right term for these older or current gen games. Got some NES complete in box. Got some 3DS. You know, those 3DS games kind of going up in value with the recent news. Amiibo, yes. I'm still missing 2 amiibos. Gold Mega Man. Looking for that guy. I guess we're getting a closer up of the... Yeah, I didn't do a good job filming this part. Got some... Was that Sega Genesis? I don't know much about... Oh, Sega CD. That's what that was in the glass case. Here we go. We got some Dreamcast games. You see the amount of Dreamcast games there, or the amount of Dreamcast games that was, you know, out there for the Dreamcast? I'm joking. Although I will say that those 5 Dreamcast games were probably the amount of units the Dreamcast actually sold. Okay, I'm being too mean. I really hope Ty doesn't see this video. I know he's a big fan of the Dreamcast. I'm sorry, Ty. Got more pops. Yeah, it's about to be a whole wall of pops. This whole clip right here is probably like a minute and 30 seconds of just looking at pops. And this is me going through them fast. Got some keychains right here. More pops over there. And then, what do you know? More pops. It keeps going. It keeps going. Oh my god. So many pops. They just, oh my gosh, it just keeps going. It keeps going. It never stops. It never ends. Okay, this is actually going longer than I thought it was. There's probably so many rare pops right there. I collect some pops, but I don't know enough about them. Got some more Sega over here. I think this is the Genesis. Yeah, this is the Genesis. I don't know much about Sega Genesis. I've never played a Sega console before in my life. I know I just made so many people mad at me right now. PS1, you know, one of my favorite PlayStation games is the Crash series. And then I also like Blasto. If you guys know what Blasto is, let me know in the comments down below. Got some N64 here. Nothing too special. And this is this is the common stuff. So you're not going to see the more expensive stuff out here. It just doesn't make sense. Got a bunch of Cyberpunk puzzles over there. I noticed that the store had a lot of that GameCube stuff. They actually had a pretty nice selection of common titles. Some of the more titles I would recommend to GameCube audiences. Super Nintendo. I don't know much about the Super Nintendo, to be honest. Played it, but wasn't a system that really caught my eye, to be honest. I like the NES. I like the N64, GameCube. Mario Bros. The movie poster, not poster, standee. I don't know what you would call that. They had it up on the wall. You know, so many people probably asked to buy that off them. Got some plushies. I want these plushes so bad, but they're like $30 each, and I'm just like, it's so expensive. Got some Olimar, Pikmin, Captain Toad, Bomb, Complete in Box NES. That's pretty cool. Super Mario Maker poster, more pops at the very top. More Animal Crossing. That's what that is. Kirby, yeah. And then, yes, I wanted to buy this so bad. Oh my gosh. Okay, alright, that was not funny. We got some Game Boy games. Oh, why did I scream right there? Okay, moving on. We got more Super Nintendo. Got the Super Game Boy right there. I always thought the Super Game Boy was such a cool invention. 3DS. I kind of skipped over the 3DS though. More Super Nintendo. I gotta play more Super Nintendo. Got 3DS XL, PlayStation N64s, PlayStation 3s, Xbox One S's, NES's. I think I just saw a top loader NES. NES high-end stuff. You know, I don't know how much like value is of the NES and Super Nintendo games, so I don't know if this is like really crazy what we're finding. Now in 64, we got some pretty cool ones in here. Kind of, you know, Conker's Bad Fur Day. That was $140. I kind of considered buying that, to be honest, but it was just the quality of the cartridge was not worth $140 to me. So hopefully, Too Many Games will find ourselves a nice mint copy of the game. Got some accessories, more NES titles. Ooh, I see Ninja Gaiden over there. I didn't even know that was a common title for the NES. Kind of thought that was more higher end. It's kind of cool. Batman. You know, I wonder if these Batman games are going to spike in value with the new Batman movie. Wait, is that a gold cartridge of the NES? Wait, hold on. I thought the only gold cartridge NES was the Zelda game. Maybe I'm wrong. More Cyberpunk puzzles. They had a lot of those there. Got some Wii games. There's going to be a famous, iconic game. Fling Smash. Yep. It's sad I only know that because of Scott the Woz. That's the only reason why people know about that game is because of Scott the Woz. Nothing wrong with that. Got Sonic Unleashed for the Wii over there. I was actually looking for that. Couldn't find it here. Like, Xbox 360 version of it. Wait, Red Dead Revolver. Oh no, I just saw that they had Red Dead Revolver. Man, if I would have saw that, I would have picked that up. That hurts looking back at this footage. Oh wow, that hurts. That actually hurts. Got some Xbox titles over here. I was on an Xbox journey when I was buying games, so there's a lot of Xbox titles I bought. I wish, dude, I'm so upset. Okay, we need to move on. Live life. PlayStation 2 games. Now this is actually a nice selection of PS2 games. You know, when we were at their original location, they had loads of PlayStation 2 games, and they still have loads of PlayStation 2 games here at the store, so they did a pretty well job of keeping nice with their inventory. I mean, for a smaller store, they did pretty nice with everything here. Got more accessories to film over here. Nothing too crazy, just your typical stuff that you would see at a retro game store. PlayStation 3, or PlayStation P, sorry, the portable, whatever it's called. More pops for a second. The Wii U, their Wii U selection was slacking. I think a lot of people are trying to buy in on the Wii U and 3DS since of the store closing down. More pops. DS stuff. Not too many crazy DS games are out here on the floor. Actually, I don't remember seeing many DS games in their glass cases, to be honest. PS Vita. I want to get Persona 4 Golden physically, but that's $100, dude. The game's gone up in value. They had a PC game section. They only had like 6 games. You got more Switch. Pretty good Switch selection. Some Series X games over there. PlayStation 4. Ah, man, I meant to buy these Labo kits. They were $20 each. I should have bought that, because that's like the whole Labo kit stuff, and it hurts. Hurts. More PlayStation 4. Nice selection of PS4 games, to be honest. Really nice selection. Their Xbox One selection was kind of nothing to go crazy about. At least in my opinion, their Huntersville store has a way better Xbox selection. I wouldn't say the store was that great when it came to that. 360, they don't have many 360 titles, but they have quality 360 titles. Like, the Huntersville store has quantity over quality, in my opinion, with the 360. Got Sneak King over there. But yeah, still a nice selection from both stores. Nice backwards compatibility titles here too. There's a lot of backwards compatibility in this store. PlayStation 3, you know it. Wish we could play our PlayStation 3 games on PS4s or PS5s. That would be awesome. Kind of surprised. Well, I'm not surprised because the PlayStation 3 disc drive was apparently very expensive. More PlayStation 3. A lot of PlayStation 3. I did not realize just how much PlayStation 3 they had. And over here, I'm actually filming the employees. They're getting all my games that I bought, so I thought it was kind of cool to film this part. But that's the store. I got pretty much everything filmed. Let's head back to the house to show you everything I bought. Alright, we're back. I'm glad I'm back because I spent way too much money. I mean, I spent way too much money. But that's okay, because I'm going on a video game hiatus in terms of buying. I'm only buying pre-ordered games at this point in time. The next time I'm going to buy a game, like a pre-existing game, is going to be at the limited run event that's in April, and then too many games in June. So I am done buying games, no more, only pre-ordered stuff at this point in time. One thing I didn't talk about, probably should talk about, is I actually went to the Huntersville store before going to the Concord store. So I already bought a lot there, so I'm actually going to combine all of this into one video in terms of how the haul I got for all the video games that I bought, because I know a lot of you guys like to know what I buy in terms of retro games and all of that. I didn't film anything in the Huntersville store, but I will say that I do feel like the Huntersville store is the best location out of the two I've been to. I've been to the Salisbury one. Unfortunately, I didn't get to film the Salisbury location before they closed down. I actually was a big fan of the Salisbury store, but I understand why that one closed down. Salisbury, no one goes to Salisbury. None of you care about that. You guys probably don't know what a Salisbury is. Anyways, let me show you what games I bought. So one thing that I bought was an N64, as you can see here. Got a gray N64, black, I don't know what you would call that. The basic N64. That was the color I wanted, and I'm glad that's the color I wanted, because I didn't realize how much of a price difference it is to get different N64s. They had the blue one for, I think it was $175, and then the green was $185. I didn't realize how much of a major price difference there are with the N64s. I only paid $100. I'm very happy with that.
but I also bought a lot of games with it. I'm trying not to buy too many N64 games right now, mainly because I want to go to too many games and buy them there, just because I plan on buying a lot of N64 too many games this year. So I want to buy it in bulk where I can do a bundle rate and save a lot of money. So these are going to be the, well, I said earlier that I'm done buying video games. So this is the N64 games I'm going to have till June, or maybe limited run. It's probably not going to be any vendors at limited run. Got Pokemon Snap, paid $30. I consider that a pretty good price. I've seen this go for about $25 to $30, so I'm happy with that price. One of the reasons why I got some of these is just because you need some good N64 games to go with your N64. And I was gonna hold off on this one till TMG, but the price, dude, or not the price, how clean this copy was, I was like, I have to buy it. Pokemon Stadium, $30. Every time I've seen this game in the public, it's always got somebody's name on it. See how this one has no name on it? I went ahead and bought it because I am weird about that stuff. I try to get this stuff as clean as possible. I know that's kind of weird. I know, especially since of how old it is, you should just take with what you can get, but I really, really thought that was so clean. That's why I just decided to go ahead and buy it. I actually don't know how much this game goes for. I was told it was 40 to 50, so for $30, I mean that's a pretty good deal if that's true. Didn't do the research on that one though. This one, I hear so many people talk about this game. I actually know nothing about it, absolutely nothing. So I look forward to playing this and learning why this one's so talked about. That's Quest 64. Paid $15, and also it's another clean copy. I mean, this looks clean. Like, dude, everything about this looks like this was just made. Like, I don't know. That sounds weird to flex, but it is clean. Then this one, I have always wanted to play this game. This is one of those games, so I'm a big Marvel fan. I don't talk about it a lot, but I am a huge Marvel fan. When I saw this for the N64, I knew I had to have it because I tried buying this game many times on my grandpa's PlayStation 1. Every time I bought the game, the disc was majorly scratched and it never worked. That game is Spider-Man for the N64. This actually is a pretty, would you call it history? I mean, this is a pretty important game to history now when it comes to video games, just because a lot of the superhero games now, you can see a lot, it was inspired by this, especially the web swinging of Spider-Man. I mean, we never saw something like that in a superhero game in this timeline with what this Spider-Man game did, a 3D Spider-Man game. It was pretty crazy everything that this Spider-Man game did for video games for the superhero genre. I know some people are probably going to be upset that I said that game's big in the video game history, but if you look, that game did do a lot because we're seeing more and more superhero games become out for these newer consoles and how they're getting nominated for Game of the Years now, so I feel like it's important to say that that's a part of gaming history. I don't know. Let me know if you guys agree with me on that. This one, I went ahead and took the label off because I wanted to make sure it was good. Bought Banjo-Kazooie. Paid $40 for this. It is actually a very fun game. This is something I just started playing. This is the only game I've played on my N64 right now. I've only been home for a bit, but I'm having a lot of fun with that. I've only played Mario 64, so I do see some resemblance to Banjo-Kazooie and Mario 64. Considering how much I've talked about Banjo-Kazooie, it's time that I buy this game and actually play it. It's all N64 games. I know there's going to be people be like, well, Mario 64 and all that. That's all stuff I'm going to buy at TMG because I feel like I'm going to save money if I wait. If that makes sense. Speaking of Banjo-Kazooie, I bought this. I paid $50 and I didn't realize how expensive this thing has gotten. This was something I planned on buying from Fangamer, but by the time I was going to buy one, sold out. So and now this is actually skyrocketing in value. Or not skyrocket. It was sold for $37 by Fangamer, so they were selling it for $50. Did some research on eBay sold listings.
People are selling it for about 50, 60. I even saw some as high as 70. So happy to have that. It's gonna be cool just to have the box on display with something Banjo-Kazooie. I'm really starting to become a Banjo-Kazooie fan now. Speaking of N64, I did get some accessories. I was gonna get the expansion pack. I didn't realize how expensive the expansion pack was, so I held off on that. I didn't do any research, but Video Game World was selling it for 50 bucks. And I was like, wow, expansion pack. Because I don't even have any games right now, as far as I'm understanding from these 5 games, that none of them have to have the expansion pack. So I didn't feel obligated to buy that just yet. I think there's very few games that need it. I might be wrong, but I know like Donkey Kong 64 is one of them. So didn't buy that, but I did go ahead and buy the Rumble pack. Spent 15 bucks for that. And this is something you really need. This is the controller pack. If I can get it out right there. Controller pack right there. $15. I was kind of surprised by that price tag, but you know, it's N64 stuff, so I guess that makes sense. Now, this is a really unique, or not unique, I'm sure there's an item like this out there. I've never seen one in person, so I went ahead and bought it because it's unique to me. Arcade stick for the Nintendo Switch. So I got more games, more current gen stuff. So first off, I've talked about these games so much, and I've rebought these games so many times. When I say so many times, this is the 6th time I have bought this game. I've bought it on every single gaming platform I own. So that means Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, PC, so-and-so, PlayStation Vita. I own this on everything. So I went ahead and bought The Walking Dead Season 2 physically on the PlayStation 4. I've owned these games digitally, but not physically. I think I have this on the PS Vita physically, but that's the only physical form I have of this game. And for this being one of my favorite games of all time, I want to own this physical because I'm scared that, unfortunately, with digital media, these games are going to just disappear and no one ever hears about them again. And then I got the first season of The Walking Dead, 10 bucks. So I got the first 2 seasons. This was 12, this was 10. This is actually some pretty good prices because the games are typically, I think, about 17 bucks at GameStop. So I consider that pretty good prices because, I mean, that's a pretty good deal because I've seen both of those for $17 each at GameStop. And I bought this because this game is getting scaringly high up in value just because I don't own this and I don't want to live in regret. Oh my gosh, it fell out of the case. I don't want to live in regret and not get this game and then come to find out it's a $200 game. This game is still going up skyrocket, and I think it's going to continue to get up in value, especially if he's in the upcoming movie people are going to think he's going to be in. It's Deadpool. Got that for the PlayStation 4. It was 40 bucks. That's about how much it goes. But it continues to go up and up in value. And if Deadpool really is joining the MCU, I expect that game's going to go up in value soon. Now, I have bought an Xbox Series X recently. So, actually, I bought it like last week. So, I don't have many games for it. So, when I got here, I went looking for backwards compatibility games. I went looking for Xbox One games. Looking for games that I don't have physically, all of that. So there's about to be a lot of Xbox stuff, so prepare yourself. The Master Chief Collection, I was looking for the first one of this, and I could not find the first game, but I got the second one. I've actually never played the second one, so I guess it's good. Got Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2. We just saw the first game get announced for the Switch, so I will be picking that up on the Switch, but I've never played the sequel to that, and I love Star Wars Force Unleashed 1. Never played 2, though, so I'm really excited. And this is a backwards compatibility game, which really surprises me. Out of all the Xbox titles there are, that's one of them. Got Blair Witch, 20 bucks. I don't know much about this. I saw the movie. This is one of those Xbox titles that I really wanted to play, so I got that, so I'm looking forward to playing that game. So I own the standard edition of this game. I don't know what the Game of the Year edition is. I bought it just because I love this series so much, at least the second one. I haven't played much of the first one, played about 10 hours of it, which I know is like nothing for this game. Got Red Dead Redemption, Game of the Year Edition. I own the standard edition for the 360. I don't have this re-released form that's called the Game of the Year Edition. I don't know what it is. I think it's supposed to have that undead mode or whatever, which I know nothing about. So that should be pretty exciting to play that. Got 12 bucks. 12 bucks I think is a pretty fair price for that game. Okay, we got a lot of games right here for this particular series. We got Gears of War, the Ultimate Edition. I believe this is supposed to have the first 3 games in HD. So I'm trying to really get into this whole Xbox culture. So I'm trying to play all the exclusives. So I got that. And then I also, I mean, for 10 bucks, that's an amazing deal for 10 bucks. I felt really happy about that. I also got Gears 4. And then I also got Gears 5. This was 12 bucks. This was 10 bucks. So right there, I got the whole series. This game right here almost considered me having to buy an Xbox One. This game, when it was announced, I kept up to date with this game. Saw all the trailers. Once it came out, I was considering getting an Xbox One at one point a few years ago. It's been what, almost, this game came out like almost 10 years ago. It came out in 2015, I think, and well, that's in 3 years from now, 2025. Still, that feels, I don't know, feels like 10 years ago. Anyways, I really wanted this game for the longest time. I was waiting for it to come on the PlayStation 4. I knew it was not going to come on the PlayStation 4, but just part of me was hoping it would. It never came out. I just need to shut up and show you what it is. Quantum Break. I am very excited to play this game. I've actually already popped it into my Xbox Series X. I cannot wait to play it. I'm a big fan of Alan Wake. I just beat Alan Wake a few months ago. Thought that game was crazy. I've played Control, and I thought Control was amazing. Quantum Break, I'm interested to know more about what that game's going to be. This comes from the same developers. We've got Alan Wake 2 showing up, and watch, now that I own that game, it's going to come out on PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch, all of that, now that I have an Xbox. That's what's going to end up happening. So this is another game that I really wanted an Xbox just to play this, just because 2 was around the development of this game, and that is Recore. Now, this is actually coming from the makers of Metroid Prime. Now, the makers, I don't know who the makers are. I don't know what they refer to that as. I just remember that being a big part of their promotional thing when Xbox announced this game. Like, the first thing they said, from the creators of Metroid Prime. So, I'm very interested to know what this is. I think the reviews were kind of mixed for this game, but it definitely has my interest since, you know, Metroid, Nintendo. This was definitely supposed to be calling out their Nintendo audience. And not to mention, $8. $8 is a very good price. I actually mistakenly bought this. I think I was looking at it and then I just accidentally put it in my pile. I would say I'm going to take it back, but the store is like an hour away. Got Dead Rising. I'm pretty sure this was a mistake. I think I just accidentally grabbed this game. It was 12 bucks. I would take it back, but that's an hour away. But I got Dead Rising for the Xbox One. Yay. So this one I'm actually kind of surprised I bought. I'm not surprised, but you guys are probably going to be surprised that I bought this. But I actually do not own this game on Switch yet. I was going to buy it on Switch. Now I don't have to. Got the Bayonetta Vanquished collection. $25. Now, it was cheaper for me to do this than buy it on the Switch, because digitally, Bayonetta 1 is $30. Where this, you can get Bayonetta 1 and Vanquished for $25. I know nothing about Vanquished, but I have Bayonetta 2, and I haven't been able to play Bayonetta 2 because I haven't played Bayonetta 1, so I'm going to be playing Bayonetta 1 now that I have this. I don't know much about Vanquish, but that does look like a very interesting game looking at this. Got some more backwards compatibility games, Star Wars Battlefront 2, and then Star Wars Battlefront 1. Okay, so I have recently been really addicted to this game right here. I've had so much fun with it on the Xbox. It's on Game Pass, but I love it so much that I need a physical copy of it. This game is so fun. As you guys know, I'm a big boxing fan. Fight Night Champion, paid $15. Dude, this game is so fun. I can't wait for the new boxing game that's coming out this year. After playing this game, I'm like, I'm ready for that. This is so fun. This is so addicting. I suck at this game, but this is so fun. I'm actually like, this is like the only game I've played so far on my Xbox Series X on the Game Pass thing. Because I like the other games. It's just I keep going back to this because it's so addicting. I love this game so much. And then this I needed to own because it's the only game I've not played within the Batman Arkham series, and that's Arkham Origins. Why they have not made a remake? Watch, they're gonna make a remaster to this game now that I own this game. There's that whole rumor about the Nintendo Switch collection. If that's on there, I'm gonna be upset. Yeah, so that's everything I bought. I think I bought a lot of stuff, but that's okay because I'm not buying a single video game again. In terms of pre-ordered stuff, obviously the pre-ordered stuff has to be bought for the content of this channel, videos, reviews, all of that. But I'm done. No more games after this. I got plenty of games. A lot of the reasons why I bought so many games this time was got a Series X, got to build that library up, and I've built that library up. I mean, I'm seeing all the games over here. I've spent so much money though. I want to know what you guys think of my haul. Did I get too many stuff? What did you think I should have bought out of the footage I've showed you guys? And what did you think of my N64 games I bought? I know some people are going to be like, well, why did you get Spider-Man? But I'm a Marvel guy, so. Anyways, guys, I've been talking for way too much. Make sure to check out the description below to backslash that subscribe button. Like the video. Check out, I messed up my whole outro. Check out the description below to see everything I'm a part of, like the podcast that I'm a part of, my Twitter, my Instagram. I'm trying to get good at Instagram. Instagram kind of sucks though, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like it, but I'm gonna try to learn it. It's just, don't like it. But yeah, check out my Twitch, check out my Discord. If the Discord link works, I give up on that Discord link, dude. The Discord link keeps expiring like every single day. And I know what you guys are saying. Make sure to use the infinite link. I use the infinite link and it expires. I'm like, I don't know anymore. I don't know. Anyways, guys, I've been talking for way too much. I already said that. Okay, moving on. I will see you guys in the very next video. Peace.